Illegal immigration, it's a problem that's needed to be addressed for a long time now. I don't know why any of the politicians never really want to touch it, and it costs the average day citizen so much. I don't think people really understand what's attributed to illegal immigration, let alone why does there have to be illegal immigration? Or why does there have to be illegal immigrants? My family immigrated here from the Czech Republic 40 years ago, and it was really hard getting here, but they went through a process. They didn't have all of the handouts, and they tried as hard as they could to get off the teat of the system. Although everybody else that's been coming here, at least probably in the last decade, has been coming here for the benefits alone. And it's costing us tremendously. I really hate that it has to come to this, where we have to remove people from here like cattle. It's terrible, and it's unfortunate. It's not just their fault. It's the fault of our politicians for this even being allowed to get here. I think at fault more than anybody, it's our politicians, and it's our local governments, and it's our judiciary system. Because why is this stuff allowed? People don't understand how much illegal immigration costs. People go, who's going to clean your house? Or who's going to pick your vegetables? And I think to myself, how can you even say a question like that unless you like indentured servitude? What, you want people to work for less than because they're less than? Is that the real argument? And I don't even know if they even think that far. Nobody should be working hard labor for minimal amounts with no health insurance and no benefits. And that's an issue that needs to be addressed. But again, who's at fault there? It's our local governments for allowing that to be a thing. Could you imagine if California had to address the issue of income actually and not put it on the burdens of the employers, where they would have to correct for inflation? Where people that actually did hard labor were paid the work that they needed to be paid and would get health care that they're supposed to. And then people couldn't use that weird ethical, moral guilt of saying, who would pick your stuff? Like, that's a disgusting argument in itself. But think about this too. Think about how much we pay in car insurance because of uninsured motorists. Who do you think these uninsured motorists are? It's illegal immigrants by majority. You know why? Because they aren't held accountable for anything, because they don't pay into the system. And I know everybody has a theory and an excuse and come up with data and say, well, some of them do pay taxes. Well, the majority don't. That's why insurance is so much. I used to pay for 6 months car insurance for 4 cars around $700 to $800. In the last 6 years, it's increased to $1,600 for no other reason than how much uninsured motorists are costing California insurance companies. That's one issue. Now think about if in theory, and we'll never know the real data because people are going to lie about it, but I estimate that in Southern California alone, there's probably 5 to 10 million illegal immigrants. Now think about that. If they weren't here, how much housing would open up? How much housing would open up for those people that contribute to the system? Imagine how much money would be available to the citizens that are going through struggles. Tell me why people that do not contribute to the system, that do not want to assimilate to the system, that come here and wave flags from other countries and hate this country, even think they can have these benefits. I want you to think about something. We threw away north of $130 billion to Ukraine in the last 5 years. North of that. If every homeless person in the United States got that money divvied up, they would have north of $120,000 each, every single homeless person. California's deficit is $80 billion. Where did that $80 billion go? To illegal immigrants. Now tell me why people that work hard in this country have to pay for their own insurance, have to pay for their own health insurance, have to struggle for rent, when these people come here and send all their money back to their countries and hate this country. If you don't want to assimilate, why do you come here if you hate it? Is it just to use everything here? And then everybody's supposed to feel guilty? I'm telling you, if we didn't have the credit system, this country would have been bankrupt 50 years ago. We're living off the backs of the 60s. We're allowing things to inflate to prices they shouldn't. Do you think maybe our rent's so high in Southern California, in California, all over the United States because of just inflation? Or is it because so much illegal immigration has flooded in here and there's not enough room? There's room, of course, via land, but not actual structures that are here. Now imagine that there's illegal immigrants that come here and are willing to live 6, 7 people to a room. And they all put their money together and are willing to pay rent north of $2,000 for a 1-bedroom or 2-bedroom. What do you think that does to the single average person trying to make it in this country that's here legally, that contributes to the system, that has goals and desires, wants to have a family? It makes it unlivable. Why do you think our rent's so high? I know there's other reasons, but this is a major contribution. The only way we're going to fix the problems that we have now is through some hard times. And unfortunately, we have to do what we're doing right now. It's terrible. I hate that we've had to have gotten to this point, but we've gotten to this point because of incompetent leaders that didn't want to address the issues. You know, it's like one of our biggest problems these days too is our children. We don't know how to raise them with consequences. We want to give them everything so they don't have to struggle at all. Now we do that to people that come here, so we pretend and feel good about ourselves, while at the same time, we really compromise ourselves. We're destroying ourselves, and the majority of us don't see it.